What job is 100 overpaid? OnlyFans. It begs to wonder why those girls get paid such ridiculous sums of money. There are 300 fours in the street that will suck your dick for $10 a shot. I have never understood what makes reasonable men sit down and give their hard-earned money to a girl on the screen who absolutely does nothing for them, and once dude has jerked off and is less dollar in his account, then the shame begins to come in. I mean, there is free porn online. Guys who do my job. I'm a retail manager in a mall store with sales in the $1 million range annually. I interact with customers for about 6 hours per week, the rest is a whole lot of waiting for more people to come, and I'm mostly watching Netflix. Last year, after sales bonuses and salary, I made $96,000. I'm on target for $106,000 this year. My insurance is $97 every 2 weeks with $0 deductible and $1,000 OOP. I've taken approximately 75 paid days off this year. Influencers. And I'm not talking about YouTubers or people who actually put in effort or time to do something or make us laugh. I'm talking about influencers who reuse the same gimmick joke too much, just changing the situation slightly. Influencers who only post selfies and personal life stuff. Influencers who just recreate content they see everywhere with no originality. I'd say it depends what sector, but my sorta answer is that it's fucked to see CEOs, CFOs, COOs, etc., getting literally tens of millions in bonuses when the company is also laying off thousands of workers, selling off assets, losing value, or whatever. I always figured a bonus was something you earned when you did a good job. Marketing. At least in my company, which is Power Sports. It is just a bunch of overpaid brothers who use company money and vehicles to fund their personal trips. They spend so much money to only post one story on social media or just repost things we are tagged in, and get paid ridiculously well to do it. Anybody in the auto workers strike? Seriously, y'all work on an assembly line. On top of that, every new vehicle we get seems like it was built on Friday at 4. It's insane. People on an assembly line doing half-assed work get paid more than the mechanics that fix said half-assed work. School district superintendents. While I will admit, I cannot honestly articulate exactly what they do, that may very well be part of the problem. And anytime I see a scandal or their pay is otherwise mentioned, it seems staggeringly high for a government position. People that can't be fired. Whether it's some union thing or a government worker or a tenured position. They get complacent and lazy. Obviously not all of them. Everyone else is getting fair market value based on their skills as well as supply and demand. In the US healthcare and software, US docs and engineers make like triple what they do in the UK or Germany or Japan for no good reason. They don't produce better stuff. In fact, US doctors are significantly worse by most metrics, for triple the price. Pharmaceutical sales. My brother is a senior farm rep and he makes bank and seems to never really be working. I work in healthcare as a peon, and it really exemplifies where the priorities are in this country when it comes to health. Project managers. They make a nice presentable demonstration of a plan, with no knowledge of the durations required by those implementing it, and then pester those doing the work to speed up when it falls off schedule and they look shit. Actors, not all of them obviously, but the ones who make millions of dollars. For what? Playing make-believe? Give me a break. I don't want artists to starve, but no actor deserves millions of dollars. That's absolutely absurd. I can think of a shit ton. Recruiters, management consultants, any consultant really. The amount of times I've heard people on their work calls literally saying nothing productive and make over $100,000 is insane to me. My old job at one of the biggest waste management companies. I worked in a nice HQ building. $180,000. Worked maybe 25 hours a week. Slow and stable. I left after a year cause I was bored to death. No jobs are overpaid, none. Just because you're envious of someone's job or income doesn't mean that they're overpaid because someone sees value in what they are paying. Most C-suites. Millions of people could do a better job than them, but just didn't happen to be as well connected. It's all ass-kissing and brown-nosing, and showmanship. Actors. You don't deserve millions for acting goofy. Not even as a privacy compensation. But in the end it's just supply and demand, so what are you going to do about it? If someone else is regional VP, they are either drowning in responsibilities working 70 hours a week, or they have absolutely nothing to do other than collecting a check. A lot of those jobs where your job is to basically talk to people and pass information around, and your biggest problem is people not reading emails thoroughly enough. Hospital admin. riding the doctor's coattails. They don't know a fig about treating patients yet always try to make life miserable for everyone with unreasonable awe dates. Mine. I'm not complaining about it, but I'm making 3 times more now than I did 4 years ago, and I don't really feel like I do all that much compared to back then. Hospital CEOs who have literally never seen a patient one time but take patients' money and underpay the people who actually do patient care. No such thing. The people signing the paychecks obviously feel that they are getting value for their money or they wouldn't do it. Slot attendants at casinos. They are tipped massively by jackpot winners and make roughly $80,000 a year. Part-time casino worker here, CEO of a bank. Congrats, sir, we had a good year of people walking in and giving us all their money. Here is your $5 mil bonus. Any job where you don't have constant work for a period of time and you're sitting simply. But it's only for that period of time. CEOs and police. CEOs are obvious and cops have really become military kill squads. I don't think we should pay them 1 cent. People who prepare taxes. Unless you have unique circumstances like self-employment, filing taxes shouldn't cost you $100s. Market makers. A top tier, they pay €250,000 for year 1. They can just half the salaries and still get 1,000 applications. Consultants. Did you just see in Canada, they paid a consultant to tell them they spend too much money on consultants? Incident management information technology. Literally just telling MFS to do shit that would really be a common sense. Sorry, I have 3. Pretty much any software or technology sales position, or Wall Street high finance job. I like how when someone says footballers they get upvoted, but when others say athletes they get downvoted. Every single government job ever. They constantly have offices with 9 rude employees doing the job of 1 CEO of anything. All the work is actually done by their reports. They're just a glorified spokesperson. College professor. Social media influencer. Anyone in government. Congress, Senate, governor, mayor. None else more people would go into that job and then pay would decrease because supply is too high. Politicians, state level and up. Part-time thumb twiddling with great full-time benefits for life. Professional sports. The money they make to play a game they're naturally godly at is ridiculous. University deans and provosts. Eat at what they do, just the fact that they are paid like crazy. A failed CEO. Bob, you've done a terrible job. Here's $60 million. Hit the road. Any middle management, or jobs that exist for the sake of existing. You know the type. My IT director. He's never around, automates his email, and he has his own company. Anything government. Politicians should be paid according to federal minimum wage. Now multiply this X times for all the other fields they don't know squat about. Most C-suite employees as well as presidents and vice presidents of companies. Content moderators. Doing absolutely fuck all right now and still being paid. Cops and firefighters in LA. Easily making $250,000 a year. Pay teachers more. Money touchers, i.e., bankers, Wall Street investors, hedge fund managers, actors. Auto mechanics, plumbers, machinists, HVAC technicians. Politics. It shouldn't be for the money but for the sake of the PPL. Professional sports players, but also the admins of said pro sports. Politicians. Get paid to actively harm people plus you get bribes. As an attorney, I'm very surprised no one has said attorney yet. UPS workers, nothing more than a bunch of grown-up crybabies. Business consultants. I wish I was a business consultant. Crying face. Prostitutes. I get a free disease and a fuck? How much